Hi, I'm Mariska Fernandez from Tribute, and we are at the Molly's Game red carpet where we'll be talking to Jessica Chastain, Idris Elba, and Aaron Sorkin.
Well, you know what? It really surprised me as a director because I knew.
Hi, Mariska from Tribute. How are you?
Good.
You were fantastic in this film, truly, and it's a real pleasure to meet you again.
Oh, it's such a pleasure to meet you.
Coming from Molly, like what kinds of experience coming from Hollywood? What's the similarities you share with Molly, or what experience?
Well, I mean, this is an underdog story. Molly is a character that no matter how many times she falls down, she just keeps standing up. I know she's going to be okay no matter what comes her way. I guess in terms of, it's anyone that can relate that wanted to be an actor and ended up in LA, going to auditions, not, achieving anything. Okay, the next day going, okay, I'm going to try this again. Here I go. I mean, it really is a story that I think anyone can relate to if they have a dream that feels bigger than them, but they're not going to stop fighting for it.
Hi, Mariska from Tribute. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
What are some of the characteristics that Jessica and Molly have in common?
Between Molly and my character?
Molly and Jessica.
Oh, wow. Not very much, actually. Not very much at all. Jessica is very different from Molly. I've never met Molly in real life. I think she's here tonight. But, from what I understand from the book, very, very different people.
What was it like working with Jessica on this film?
great.
You had just 10 days, right? 45 pages of dialogue?
We smashed it together for 10 days, pushing the dialogue. We had to rehearse and shoot. She's a real professional. She's got a sense of humor, and she doesn't mind the hard work. It's good really working with her.
Just a quick question. So in terms of your films, amazing script.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Why this one as a director? Why Molly's Game?
I've always kind of been my own second choice for everything that I've written, and we've managed to get my first choice all those other times. This time the producers were saying, we think you should direct it. We think, and I still wanted to find the best possible director to direct it. But after a while, I just felt like I have a very specific idea of what this movie should feel like. That it's a more emotional story that I think people are giving it credit for. And I want to make sure that emotion is in the story. And so I grabbed the chance and said, yes, I'll give it a try, fully expecting to fall on my face. And I think we made it without anybody falling on their face.
Hi, Mariska from Tribute. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. First of all, I totally loved the film, and you were fantastic.
Thank you. I haven't seen it, so I'm very excited and kind of nervous, but
You play the younger Molly Bloom, right? Okay, you channeled her so seamlessly, and at the same time, at that age, she was still so young, so fragile, but she was confident of who she was, what she wanted. How did you prepare for that?
that definitely had a lot to do with the people around me, because it's my first project where I've played someone who is real, who it wasn't just a creation of a screenwriter and a director mixed with who I wanted to make her. It was a real person. So that was really important for me to honestly pay tribute to who Molly was, especially as a teenager. And so I got to work with Aaron, and he sat me down and he said, we're going to watch these home videos of Molly as a teenager. This is how she felt about certain things. I asked her these questions, X, Y, and Z, and this is how she feels. And even filming, we would do a scene, and he was like, that was great. He goes, if you weren't playing Molly, that would be amazing. But you're playing Molly, and you need to do this a little bit more like this. Just just different things here and there. And it was very important to him that Molly was portrayed properly, which was cool.
That's amazing. And since she's playing a very strong character, who are the strong women in your life you look up to, or who inspires you?
In my life, well, for one, my mother. She's been through a lot. Don't have to say examples, but my mom for sure. I love Michelle Obama, Meryl Streep, Ellen DeGeneres. Lots of amazing women out there.
And when we talk about integrity, there's a lot of integrity. That's the main trait that Molly Bloom shares. So who's the one actor that comes to mind, or the one person when you think about integrity?
Integrity? I feel like it sounds silly, but since we're in this setting, I feel like Jessica. I'm just going to say it because it makes sense right now. But from what I know, just talking to her and getting to know her, but also just from the outside in, she is so vocal about things she believes in. She does not hesitate to stand up for what she believes in or say what she wants to say, regardless of how it makes other people feel. She knows, in her heart, that's what... And so she has this sense of, confidence, and she uses her platform for important things. She has integrity, I feel like. So.
Amazing. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
And you play Brad, and he is amazing. The crowd was just loving your character, trust me.
Oh, good. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm looking forward to it.
We saw it as the critics, and we loved it, so thank you. Let's talk about Aaron Sorkin. We love him as a scriptwriter, writing for so long, and now as a director. What was it like working with him on this perspective, on this side of things?
Aaron Sorkin is an incredible director because he's able to communicate what he wants as a director, as well as he is able to communicate what he wants to tell in a story with his script. So when you have someone who's a master communicator like that, you're going to get the best out of people in terms of the actors, that is, and everybody who's working on the film. It takes communication and collaboration to achieve something like this. So he's excellent, and I feel so lucky to have been a part of his first effort as a director.
And you have your character that you play, Brad. He brings this comedic element to it, not intentionally, but he does. So how did you prepare to play this? Were you trying to be comedic, or?
No, I didn't have to prepare too much because my character is not very good at poker, and nor am I. I don't know much about poker, so. No, the intention is not to be comedic. The situation speaks for itself, and I think that's what's so great about how Aaron is able to tell these stories, is that when you sit down at a poker table, anybody can win, anybody can lose, and so that element, I think I represent that aspect of the game that, when pumped up to such a degree, when there's a lot on the line money-wise, that makes it even more dramatic and consequently possibly, poignant in the sense that anybody can win.
Right. And Jessica, let's talk about her. She's fantastic as Molly. So tell me a bit about. You have a few scenes with her. So what was it like working with her?
I admire her so much, and so I was very happy to sit down with her and learn that she's a really generous, kind, funny, interesting person who, like Aaron, is there to kind of, be with people and to make things happen in the best way possible. So she's extraordinary.
What are the characteristics you think are common between Jessica and Molly? What characteristics do they share?
Strength, intellect, will, humanity, in that, nobody's perfect. Someone who's just trying to do their best and oftentimes winning and sometimes losing.
First of all, congrats on the film. I absolutely loved it.
Oh, good. You saw it?
Yes, I did. A pre-TIFF screening for the press. Yeah, have you not seen it? Okay, it's really, really good.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it? What happens?
So, we all love Aaron Sorkin as a screenwriter. So what was it like working with him as a director?
Daunting at first because he's Aaron Sorkin, and you don't know what to expect, but he was so genial and sweet and kind and nice and allow you to come up with your own performance without dictating it, and yet he got what he wanted. He was, to say his lines is amazing, but to say his lines and then be directed by him, I was shitting myself at first, but like all great directors, you just get in there. He makes things lovely. You feel like you can make mistakes, and he was pretty good, man. Pretty good director.
I can imagine that. Jessica is fantastic as Molly Bloom. So, can you talk a bit about working with her to play such a strong character?
Yeah, my first experience with her, working with her, I didn't know she was acting with me. I thought she was talking to me. That's how good an actress she is, and you rarely get that. I normally see the seams of, everyone's performance, but not with her, man. She's really, really, really gifted. Yeah.
One of the characteristics that stands out for Molly is her integrity. It's the value that she plays.
That's exactly what I got.
It's a heroic trait.
Integrity and character.
Exactly. So, can you name one actor that comes to mind when you think of that characteristic?
Kate Blanchett. You're talking about an actor that has
that quality.
Tom Hanks.